Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another new and exciting topic on our online video sessions. Today we moved on to bookkeeping to trial balance. We're doing module 2 part 1. So this is more of a preface or an introduction to the topic value added tax. My name is Mpuma Clifford, and I'll be taking you through this journey. So what are the concepts that we are going to cover in this segment? So today we're going to look at what is value added tax. We're also going to look how does the VAT system work. We need to look at VAT supply categories, standard rated supplies, zero rated supplies, exempt supplies, non-allowable items. And then so we need to look at the background, like where did the value added tax concept come from, how did it begin. So first of all, we need to define what is your understanding of the term value added tax, right? So VAT, as we know, it is the tax that is levied on almost all goods and services. So please look on I have highlighted the word on almost, meaning that not everything that is sold or supplied is charged tax. So throughout this course, you're going to understand that there are some goods that are tax exempt, or there are some goods that are zero rated tax. So we will know in the coming sections, but just have that understanding that not everything will be charged tax, right? So the taxation concept was introduced in South Africa in September 1991. And we have seen that the tax rate has changed from 14% to 15% in 2018. So you're going to see every item that you purchase, be it from your hardware or from the shop, has got a 15% VAT charged on it, right? So selected goods are VAT exempt and zero exempt. That's just like what I've mentioned up there, that not all goods and services they've got tax on them. So basically, this is how the government raises their revenue, right? The tax generated from SARS will be used to finance or any government operations, but we will discuss more in detail. But for the greater part of this section, we're going to discuss now, okay, how does the VAT system work, right? How does the VAT system work? So a person that is in business, so if you're in business, you need to register for VAT, right? And you are a VAT vendor, right? So who registers for VAT, right? We need to know who registers for VAT. Is it compulsory that everyone registers for VAT? And who's eligible and who cannot register for VAT? So let us look at this. So if an enterprise with an or expected turnover of over 1 million rands, it is mandatory or it is compulsory that you must register with the taxman, or you must register with SARS. And what if? So if your revenue is less than 1 million, then it's not compulsory that you register as a VAT vendor. So just know that as long as your company or your business is within this category, right, with a revenue of plus 1 million turnover revenue per annum, right, you must register with the VAT. But if your revenue is is less than 1 million, then it's not compulsory that you must what? You must register with the taxman. So the taxman being SARS, right? So there are two important concepts which you need to understand when you are dealing with tax, right? There's VAT input and there's VAT output. So what is VAT output and how does it work, right? So with VAT input, I'll start with that. VAT input, SARS allows the business to claim back the VAT portion on invoices received, right? When businesses buy goods in the business, be it raw materials, they've got a VAT that is attached to it. So at the end of the year, or whatever period, depending on when you do your tax claims, businesses can claim for VAT from the taxman, right? So that is what is regarded as VAT input. So that is why it is VAT input is regarded as an asset to the business, because the companies can claim back VAT from the taxman, right? Then when it comes to VAT output, right, vendors must charge VAT output on their selling prices. So when you sell your goods to your customers, you remember to factor in that 15% tax. When you sell your clothing, remember to put that 15% VAT. Whatever stationery that you sell, remember to put in that VAT on the selling prices. So it will be your selling price plus that 15% VAT. So the 15% must go to the taxman and the remainder must remain to the business. And VAT output is a liability. Why do we say VAT output is a liability? Because at the end of the financial year, or whichever period we put in our VAT claims, we will still have to pay what is due to the taxman. So how do we do that? So it's gonna come a point whereby we need to compare VAT input and VAT output. So if VAT input is greater, listen to that, if VAT input is greater than VAT output, then the taxman owes you money. The taxman owes you money, right? But if it is the other way around, which is the most common, whereby VAT output is greater than VAT input, that means you owe the taxman, and please make sure your taxes is up to date. You don't want the taxman to be knocking by your door. Please. So this is the simplest explanation I could possibly give on this section. I doubt if there's any simpler way of simplifying it. Hopefully I've done justice this section, but please pay attention to this. It's very crucial that you understand the relationship between VAT input and VAT output. So in the coming sections now, we need to look at the VAT supply categories. What do we mean by the standard rated supply? What exactly do we mean, or what are the goods or items that fall under the zero rated supplies, and what else is also covered under the exempt supplies, and what are these non-allowable items? Let's meet again in the next episode, where we discuss the key and important concepts around tax. Like I said, this one was more of a preface or an introduction to the new and exciting content that we're going to cover, and I hope you now have a basic understanding of how the taxation cycle works, and what is VAT input, VAT output, what is the rate of percentage that we are currently using, and I think at this juncture, these are the key elements or key fundamentals that you need to grasp so that you have a full understanding of this topic. And I hope I've just done justice to it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.